Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video here on the markets. We're going to do a full update on the markets. They've been relatively volatile actually over the course of today. We had a breakout before the US market opened, but the breakout has held during the New York opening and after that as well. So I wanted to talk about that. What are the possibilities? Like, is this going to be enough to rally up higher into this yellow area right here between 96,600 and 95,700? That's by far the most important and most interesting resistance level. So is that enough, or are we going to get, or was this some sort of a fake out, which, you know, on the 1 hour time frame it looks great, but on the 4 hour time frame it could certainly still be it certainly could still be a fake out right here. So we'll talk about that, and just in general what you need to know. We'll talk about some altcoins as well, XRP, Solana, and some other ones as well. So let's get right into it. Now, ultimately, there's a couple of things I'm looking at during this session. First of all, it's volume. Volume, as you can see right here, is high. It's even higher than yesterday, or at least higher than yesterday during the US opening. It's the Coinbase Bitcoin premium, which every day except Wednesday was very, very strong this week, and that's also a great indication of more bullish momentum. And you can see right here there's a very major Coinbase Bitcoin premium, and then outside of that the S&P 500, right? So US equities, that also still has a major effect on the price of Bitcoin, at least. And then Bitcoin has a major effect on the price of altcoins. As you can see right here, most altcoins are very correlated to Bitcoin, right? So what they usually say, if Bitcoin sneezes, the market has a cold, which is obviously derived from some other forms of that statement. And that is very true right now. All right, with this correlation, if Bitcoin makes a move down, if this turns out to be a fake out, the market can pull back like 10-20% very, very quickly. So be aware of that, especially smaller altcoins. But so far, S&P 500 is also still holding up relatively well. It's a small red candle, but ultimately still holding support. So far so good. Obviously, we're very subject to headlines. And if we do get some bearish fundamental data, some bearish fundamental news, there's no more economic data coming out today, so that's not going to be it. But obviously, I mean, if we do get some bearish news, that's going to have an effect on the markets. But so far, so good. Like I said, just for a summary, S&P 500 holding well, Coinbase Bitcoin price at a premium, and we have a lot of volume. All right, we have a lot of volume after getting the breakout. So that means that buyers and sellers, at least for now, are agreeing that the breakout was valid. So that means that for now I have to be positive on Bitcoin as well. There's basically nothing pointing me in the other direction. So therefore, I'm just looking at some data. By the way, that's why I'm looking to the left to see if we had some news coming in. But no, I mean, for me the main level is this point of control, naked point of control. We never touched that, even with the 3rd of May push. We had or 3rd of March push. We also did not hit that, as you can see right here. So that's my main target. Now there's multiple possibilities from that level for me. And that's going to depend a lot on how the price behaves after hitting that level. It seems most likely we are going to hit that. It's basically possible that we find resistance there, hold support right here around 94,000, maybe 93,700, and then find a new balance right here. And then from that balance, given the price action from the last week, would be most likely to break out, even though that's too far in the future, so I cannot really say too much about that. What's also a possibility, if we get a major liquidation spike into that area, and we're unable to hold 94,000, could also be that that's the local top, right? And that we're going to have a bigger pullback into initially 91 and 90,000, but after that we could fall all the way down to 87,000, right? So those are the scenarios right here for Bitcoin. I'll just keep you updated on that. I don't think it makes much sense right now with the volatility we have to go too much in the future, but just so you're aware, those are the possibilities, but that depends a lot on how we react to this level right here. I think it's most likely we're going to find resistance. After that resistance, can we hold support? Can we find some sort of support at levels that are meant to be support levels? If yes, great, we can rally higher potentially. If no, bad news. All right. And I've said this before, but there's a lot of imbalances to the downside we made over the course of this week. So price could potentially fall down very, very quickly and aggressively if we are unable to hold support. But so far, we've always been able to hold support. So far, so good again. Now, talking about some altcoins right here. So XRP, I don't have much to update on that. It's been relatively strong as we expected over the course of this morning, but there's also not much going on. We're basically holding the breakout here above 2.17.5. I see no strong momentum for XRP specifically. This morning we had some leverage coming into the price, as you can see right here. That unfortunately did not continue. So even though, given the way that Bitcoin is looking, I'd say it's most likely for XRP to rally up higher as well. I wouldn't bet on it. Then Solana, I did not cover it this morning, but did want to talk about that briefly. Solana has been able to bounce from that level at 145, and now around the 90-day rolling VWAP, broke above that. So basically the same for Solana as for Bitcoin. I think it's most likely we're going for that main resistance level at 165 and 170. Could pull back, but as long as we're holding 145, we're good. And then what I also wanted to talk about is SUI. Now, SUI has been a lot stronger than I anticipated. As you can see on the higher time frames right here, we've been able to break above this major key level between 3.15 and $3. That's going to be the main level to watch. All right, we have a major resistance zone right here, which is around 3.8, $4. I do expect us to find resistance from there. But if after that we're able to hold this level at 3.15 and $3, we're probably going to stabilize a bit here. But then from there, I think we have a good chance to get a continuation up higher into 4.5. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know regarding the markets for now. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, or better yet, join the Discord and Telegram groups we have. Very helpful. Hopefully I'll see you in there. But for now, have a great weekend in advance. Take care and bye.